I am recording in case of Andrew Wolnez. When you go running around accusing people of shit they didn't do, you should expect that there is going to be some sort of equal and opposite reaction. When you want to pretend that somebody might be a pedophile as your excuse to harm them, you want to pretend, well, that doesn't make it okay. This is why we need to have an honest day in court where the victims are allowed to show evidence instead of just their predators. But the thing is, when it comes to a male, it's not taken seriously. No female in this town that I am aware of would have to go through this. Most of the men here would never have to go through it. Yeehaw. So, down to the other end of town I go. Gonna avoid any complications with dipshits, hopefully. I got my phone set up so that I don't accidentally go over the speed limit. And I have 3 or 4 days of leeway before I have to pay that bill just because the 28th falls on a weekend. Now, Andrew Wolnez wanted to do some really fucked up shit. Worse than that, he thought by pretending that I must be a pedophile, a rapist, and a murderer, that would somehow justify his stupidity. Well, it doesn't. When people pretend that I'm a bad person for recording people abusing me, well, keep in mind that without those recordings, my predators in law enforcement pretend that it didn't happen. However, they're going to pretend it didn't happen anyway, unless I can get somebody to go in with me and actually take it seriously. When people say, oh, I didn't see it, so I can't say nothing, you're full of shit. Especially when I have it recorded. If your friend or family member is harmed, and you say shit like that, you don't give a shit about them. Believe the victim and help them to turn it in. Because if you don't do that, you're showing you're not a friend, you don't care about them, you don't care how much they're harmed or how much they're abused. And that's what sucks about living in the world today, especially as a male. We're not considered human beings. We're expendable. Now, thank goodness I didn't find my car keys. Thank goodness I didn't find my mail keys again. But it's hard to find it in this sumbitch.
300 feet, turn left onto 5th Street. Turn left onto 5th Street.
I never know when I'm going to run into a predator like Andrew Wolnez. So it's best for me to just record at all points in time.
600 feet, turn left onto Pacific Avenue.
When it comes to acting like a predator, I absolutely know how. It's unfortunate that that's literally the only thing you pay attention to.
Turn left onto
I have
Pacific
to
Avenue.
scream and shout and hoot and holler for you to pretend to give a shit, and then all you give a shit about is the fact that I had to scream and shout and hoot and fucking holler. Never should have been necessary. Somehow it's magically okay for people to treat me that way, and it's wrong if I do it back. However, I didn't start off being a douchebag like everybody else did. I started off being nice, asking nicely, going to all the places I was told to go to and spending literally thousands of dollars of my disability money to do it. For all of these places to take your taxpayer dollars and use them to take advantage of myself and you guys. But it doesn't matter, does it? What matters is that my name was slandered, and that magically makes it okay to harm me. Well, fuck this goddamn country and anybody who supports that shit. When you say, oh, well, it happened 2 inches off the property, so, you know, if you'd have moved a couple inches to the right, that's pretty fucked up. Getting rougher by the day, ain't it? Alright, I don't see any of my predators down here. I don't see wolnez. So I'm gonna turn off the camera. I'm gonna allow this thing to charge up a little bit so it doesn't fucking die on me, because it may be a long night tonight.